Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I hope you all are well. Welcome you all in this online session, my dear student. I hope you already started your studies. Today I am going to start Maths 2 Geometry, Lesson 1 Basic Concepts of Geometry. In this lesson, we are going to deal with some basic concepts related to the geometry like point, line, line segment, plane, parallel lines, intersecting lines, collinear points, non-collinear points, midpoints, and so on. Today we are going to deal each and every topics one by one. The first is point. A point in geometry is a location. It has no size, no width, no length, and no depth. Simply, a point is a dot. You can see here dot P is a point. The next is line. I think you are familiar with the line. Line doesn't have any end points. Both the side arrow indicate it goes on from both the direction. Line do not have any end points. It goes on from both the directions. Okay. From the figure shown here, you can observe the first is line PQ and the line M. It's non-ending from both the direction. Now the next is the line segment. Line segment is the part of a line. See here in this figure, the first figure is a line. If I cut AB part from the line, so this is called line segment. Line do not have any end point, but line segment have two end points. You can see here the end point A and B. Okay. Now the next is ray. Ray is also a part of a line, but in ray you can observe the first figure is the line. If I cut line in parts, then you can see the ray. Ray have one side arrow, that means one point is non-ending and one is the end point. In ray, one side end point and one side is non-ending, that means going on like sun rays coming from the sun. So it's an example of rays. Now the next is a plane. Plane is nothing but any flat surface. For example, your class board, your floor, your wall is an example of plane. Plane is simply any flat surface is called as the plane. In this figure you can observe this is the example of plane, and the point which lie in a plane is called coplanar points, and the points which do not lie in a plane, they are called non-coplanar points. Now the next is concurrent line. When the more than two lines are intersecting at one common point, then the lines are called concurrent line. You can see here there are so many lines A, B, R, S, P, Q, C, D. All these lines are intersecting at point O. So these lines are called concurrent line because these lines intersecting at one common point, and the point is called point of concurrence. Next is parallel lines. When the two lines which do not intersect each other and passing from same distance, then the lines are called parallel lines. In the first figure you can observe here two lines do not intersect each other and they are passing from a same distance, so these are the parallel lines. And the next figure is intersecting lines. When two lines are intersected each other, then the lines are called intersecting lines. Now next is perpendicular lines. When two lines are intersecting each other at 90 degree, then the lines are called perpendicular lines. Here you can see that two lines are intersected each other at 90 degree, then these are the perpendicular lines. Next is collinear points. Here you can see that col means together and linear means line. So collinear means point together on a line. When the points lie on the same line, then the points are called collinear points. Here you can see that 3 points indicated by blue dot lie on the same line, so these points are the collinear points. Okay, got it? Now the next is Non collinear points. Here you can see that 4 points are there. Now tell me, it is possible to join this line by join this point by one line? Possible? No. You can join PQ in one line, QR in one line, SR in one line, PS in one line. That means it is not possible to draw this one line passing through all these points. So these are the non-collinear points. Now here you can see one more example. Point A, B, C lie in one line. So A, B, C are the collinear points. And point D, E, F doesn't lie in one line. That means it is not possible to draw the one line passing from this point. So they are the non-collinear points. So here A, B, C are the collinear points and D, E, F are the non-collinear points. I think you got the idea of collinear points and non-collinear points. You can differentiate between the collinear points and non-collinear points. The points which lie in the one line, they are the collinear points, and the points which doesn't lie in the same line, one line, they are the non-collinear points. Next is midpoint. Midpoint means the central point. The central point of a segment is called midpoint. In this figure you can see that a segment AC is there and B is the central point of the segment AC. So B is called as the midpoint. Midpoint divide a segment, divide a line in two equal parts. Suppose your segment is 4 centimeter. Then the midpoint divide the segment in two equal parts. That means first part is 2 centimeter and next part is 2 centimeter. That means midpoint lie in the exactly in the central part of the line segment. Okay. Here I have completed all the points. I think you understood all the points. Now let us check your knowledge, how much part you understood. Here are some questions for your practice. First question is, true or false? The two lines in the figure below are the parallel lines. True or false? Second is, the two lines in the figure below are the parallel lines. True or false? Next is, identify the figure below, ray, line or line segment. Now the next is, identify the figure below. This figure is a ray or a line segment. Now the next question on the figure shown, BC is a ray, line, point or line segment. Okay. Next question is, identify the figure below. This figure is a ray, line or line segment. Okay. Next is, point A, B, C in one line. Then the points are collinear, non-collinear or coplanar. Next, in figure, point A, B, D, R. You can see in this figure A, B, D points. So you have to find out these points, collinear, non-collinear or coplanar. Next is, a straight path joining two points is called a line segment, point or a ray. Okay. Now the next is, how would you label AB? Is a line segment, ray or angle. Okay. Now try to find your answer and send me your answer in our group. Thank you. Jazakallahu khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.